Buckingham Palace has announced Prince Andrew has had his military affiliations and royal patronages removed. Prince Andrew has had his royal patronages and military affiliations returned to the Queen. It marks the latest development after Duke of York's lawyers' attempt to have a case brought against him by Virgnia Guiffre thrown out failed. Prince Andrew has denied all allegations against him. Buckingham Palace said in a statement on Thursday, with the Queen's approval and agreement, the Duke of York's military affiliations and royal patronages have been returned to the Queen. The Duke of York will continue not to undertake any public duties and is defending this case as a private citizen. The Prince's removed affiliations are, Honorary Air Commodore of RAF Lossiemouth, Colonel-in-Chief of the Royal Irish Regiment, Colonel-in-Chief of the Small Arms School Corps, Commodore-in-Chief of the Fleet Air Arm, Royal Colonel of the Royal Highland Fusiliers, Deputy Colonel-in-Chief of the Royal Lancers, Queen Elizabeth's Own, and Royal Colonel of the Royal Regiment of Scotland. Following this, campaign group Republic Today issued a letter signed by 152 military veterans calling on the Queen to strip Prince Andrew of all military titles. The letter read, "We understand that he is your son, but we write to you in your capacity as head of state and as Commander-in-Chief of the Army, Navy, and Air Force. These steps could have been taken at any time in the past 11 years. Please do not leave it any longer. The Duke's patronages will be distributed among members of the royal family." It comes after outcry from military veterans who penned an open letter to the Queen asking for his honorary affiliations to be removed. Accusing the Duke of bringing the services he is associated with into disrepute, the 152 former members of the Royal Navy, RAF and Army said that were this any other senior military officer it is inconceivable that he would still be in post. The letter read, "Officers of the British Armed Forces must adhere to the very highest standards of probity, honesty and honourable conduct. These are standards which Prince Andrew has fallen well short of. It is hard not to see, when senior officers are reportedly describing him as toxic, that he has brought the services he is associated with into disrepute. We are therefore asking that you take immediate steps to strip Prince Andrew of all his military ranks and titles and, if necessary, that he be dishonourably discharged." The letter finishes, "We understand that he is your son, but we write to you in your capacity as head of state and as Commander-in-Chief of the Army, Navy and Air Force. These steps could have been taken at any time in the past 11 years. Please do not leave it any longer. The Queen is head of the armed forces, and honorary military appointments are in her gift, and can be taken away by the monarch as well." Daily Mirror's royal editor Russell Myers told Podcast Pod Save the Queen, "The way that he has conducted himself, be it his Newsnight interview, talking about being honorable, talking about how the relationship with Epstein was beneficial to him, the wall of silence that has persisted throughout this case with Virginia Guiffre, is frankly shameful. I think that in the court of public opinion, which is absolutely rampant right now, a lot of people are saying that it's not a particularly honorable thing to be trying to get off facing a court, and facing down your accuser, from a technicality that was used by a convicted sex offender and pedophile who chose to take his own life, rather than face further scrutiny in court." Mr. Myers continued, "His reputation is absolutely in the gutter. He must be the only person on this planet who believes that he has any chance of returning to frontline duties. And I think from speaking to people close to him, that he still believes that there is a way back. Were the two parties not to agree to a settlement, a trial is expected to take place in September 2022.